After a lengthy hiatus due to new content and crazy game-breaking glitches, Trials is finally back, and with it, adept weapons and eventually armor for the first time since Destiny 1. Now, back in Destiny 1, adept weapons, the Scarab emblem, and all that were very much trophies we sought after every week. They had intrinsic perks over the stock Trials weapons, and they looked cooler with that sexy black shader. For Beyond Light, adept weapons come in an ugly, and I mean an ugly, orange monstrosity. But they also come with some extra +2 stat bonuses to all stats once you masterwork it. So if you were to compare a regular summoner to an adept one with identical perks, the adept one would be marginally better, not taking into consideration the option to throw on one of the new adept weapon only mods. For this weekend on Bannerfall, we got a brand new weapon mod called Adept Targeting, which greatly increases target acquisition at the cost of stability. To be exact, it adds +10 aim assist versus a regular summoner. And if you're familiar with the Iron Banner weapons with Iron Gaze and Iron Grip, this is basically the same thing but has an optional mod, making the weapon take on a brand new character. It's expected each weekend will reward a different adept specific mod to try and attain. Adept weapons can only be gained by going flawless, and for the first few weeks, Bungie has said that they'll be making them only weapon drops at the final chest until they switch to a rotation between armor, which I look forward to learning more about, which is because armor may end up becoming the better reward down the stretch. The Adept Summoner I got has some good perk options. It has Arrowhead Break, Small Bore, High Cal or Ricochet, Zen Moment, but unfortunately Elemental Capacitor, which if you're playing as a Stasis subclass is basically useless right now. The perk pool is shown here for those curious, and Dynamic Sway on a 600 RPM auto is a must-have in my opinion. With that said, we took this into some Rumble to see how much of an impact that increased target acquisition made for this gun, and it behaved kind of like how I expected. The drop in stability is very noticeable, but the increase in aim assist was too. It made those shorter range engagements a lot easier, and you just notice a lot more forgiveness for crit shots versus the normal summoner. As a 600 RPM auto, with the nerf they received for Beyond Light, I think most folks won't end up using this gun a lot, and will just sit in their vault like a trophy, like most endgame activities do. Alright, so this is where this video is going to go from light overview to a more passionate conversation about what's wrong with Trials and with the rewards that we get. And I ask each of you that's watching this right now, would you rather have been rewarded those new adept weapons and mods, or a unique weapon ornament, like a real one, not those bullshit gold-plated trial stamp ones like Ace has that Bungie tries to sell to you from Eververse? You know, I hate this since I'm basically going to be arguing blindly into the internet, but I've said this before, fashion game is endgame, and showing off what you have going flawless has always been the real reward. This idea can apply to be pretty much every other endgame activity. But with Trials, we're literally getting the same weapon models, just with marginally better stats if masterworked, and an Iron Banner type mod function, and most of us already have Iron Banner weapons sitting in our vault. If I'm going to get the same guns, give me ornaments that really separate my achievement over the normal version. Now, let me walk into the tower with a dope-ass looking gun, and people are like, whoa, what the fuck? I'll inspect your character and see a wild design. You know, the new Monte Carlo ornament is fucking awesome. Yeah, it's an exotic and you pay for it, but we damn well pay for going flawless with our time. And as someone who can usually go flawless multiple times a weekend, you know, it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, the time commitment to payout's pretty minimal, it's not worth it. But that's for the top 5% of PvP players. For those folks who spend every weekend, sometimes whole seasons trying to go flawless, I think something more is deserved to show that achievement. With ornaments, not only can they look awesome, they can be functional too and change the way the weapon plays. You know, I mean, take Outbreak Perfected, for example. The normal stock version is pretty cool looking, but the scope is ass. But we throw on this new ornament, it changes the reticle and changes your experience using it. You actually want to use this gun. Why not make an ornament that gives you some cool holographic sights instead of this giant blocky thing that obscures your view? You know, these are the little things that add more depth and fulfillment to completing a gnarly quest. Make the ornament an exotic ornament for a legendary gun. I mean, that would be rad. People play Destiny endgame to have the satisfaction of completing the activity, the challenge, and to show off with a title, emblem, armor, shaders. We're pretty used to reskin content at this point, but at least make the reskin stuff really damn cool and unique. This completes my rant. You know, I'm very interested to hear what you all have to say about adept weapon rewards and for Destiny in general. If you want more Destiny 2 content in the future, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.